I'm Andrea Rigler, and this is what's in my bag. All right, we're gonna start out with my favorite disc. This disc right here is the Super Swirl 235, and it's the top die. This actually comes in a bottom die and a top die. I think they fly a little bit differently. This is my go-to disc for windy weather and freestyle, and also for toss and fetch. Those are my main purposes for this disc. Has great glide, it's great durability, and it's great in the wind. It's also really pretty. All right, so now we're gonna go to my preferred freestyle disc, is the Extra 235 distance model. Now, this also comes in a freestyle model, which has a more of a slippery feel to it, a little bit more slick. The distance model has this like grippy texture to the outside of it. So when you first use it, they're a little bit sticky, but they're a little bit more durable as well. And I find that it's a lot easier to hold on to these for freestyle. There's a lot less of the disc slipping out of my hands. They have great glide, great durability, and they're just a really nice overall freestyle disc. So the 235 Extra Distance is my favorite disc for that. All right, now we're moving on to some of the discs I use a little less frequently. Here is the Taffy Supersonic. Now this is a 215 size, so it's a little bit smaller than the 235s that we saw before. I like to use these for freestyle for a couple of my smaller dogs, and also for toss and fetch for a couple of my smaller dogs that have softer mouths. So this Taffy, you can see it's a little bit soft right here. Both Mayhem and Kauai have a little bit of softer mouths and they're smaller dogs, and these are a fast disc, so they help to stay out right in front of a smaller dog that really needs the extra speed to get 5 throws and toss and fetch. Supersonic Taffy is great for that for me. And now we're gonna look at the Canine Candy plastic of the Supersonic. So this is the same disc mold as the one before, just has a different plastic. This is the Canine Candy plastic. It's a little bit firmer of a disc. I would say it's about the same speed and same durability, maybe a little bit more durable than the Taffy. A little bit better in the wind. It cuts through a little bit more because it's a firmer material. Really durable disc. This was my go-to disc for freestyle for Moxie because she was pretty ferocious on discs. And this one was the one disc that held up to her best for freestyle. So this is a great fast disc overall. You do need a lot of spin and snap in order to get it to float very nicely, but it's a great disc for fast dogs. All right, and last but certainly not least, the Superhero. I love this disc for freestyle with a hard bite dog that is also really fast. This disc also is great in the wind. I like to test out and play a little bit and toss and fetch between the Super Swirl and this one. Sometimes the Hero in a little bit of a windier conditions is a little bit more stable. I would say this is the most stable out of all of them in all different wind conditions. It's also really durable. And some of my dogs just prefer the glide of this one, more than the glide of the Super Swirl. This one has a little bit more glide, floats a little bit more than the Super Swirl does. So the dogs that really like that hang on the toss and fetch throw, I go with the Superhero for them. So that's what's in my bag. If you have any questions or comments, drop a comment or a question below, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. This is my very first custom disc. We did this with Cat and Jack down in Florida back in 2013. So all the original Dragon dogs are on here: Moxie, Dragon Lily, Kai, and Huckleberry. And then we have Cat and Jack's original Frisbee dogs too. That's pretty cool to see that on the wall. And this is the original Extra that we started playing with as well. As before there was different plastics. There's just one type of plastic for it. I would recommend just taking seminars from as many people as you can learn from. Even if it's a newer person teaching, I think that you can learn something from everyone. My biggest contribution in regards to learning has definitely been taking seminars. So I love it. Every year my commitment is to take at least 2 from all different sorts of people all over the world. Find a local disc club, find a seminar, start learning, and make your dog a hero.